Rock a socket, pop, bend it over. I'ma show you how a real nigga gon' do. Beat it down, twirl, put you on my shoulders, do some shit to make your toes curl. Earthquake, bring that ass over, throw it at me like a picture. D-Mac.
Okay, so this is going to be a foundation routine. A lot of you guys ask me how I wear the Studio Sculpt because it's one of the most recent foundations that I have personally purchased for myself. I have worn this foundation kind of on and off. I've never really wanted to buy it because I was like, do I really love it that much? So I've always had a little bit of a sample. Just it lasted me forever because MAC is kind of generous. Well, my MAC is generous when it comes to samples. So I've had the sample forever. I wore it on and off because I wanted to see if it would break me out. At first I thought it was breaking me out, but then it turned out it was a skincare product that I was using, which I will be doing a review on possibly. We'll see. I don't have it anymore, so probably not. But any case, this is the newest foundation that I've been in love with lately. Like, never thought I'd ever say that I'm like truly in love with a MAC foundation besides my face and body. But I absolutely adore this foundation. So, I went ahead and primed my face with the Luminizing Primer from Smashbox. I use anything mattifying, but I love anything glowy with this foundation because it's a very nice, hydrating, glowy, dewy foundation that stays dewy like no matter what you do. So even if you were to put a mattifying like powder on top of it, it would control your oil, but you would still have a nice glow, which I love. So personally, I absolutely adore this foundation. It is now one of my favorites. I use about a pea-size amount, and I do use shade NC42. I was getting matched to NC44 for like the longest time, and I was getting so annoyed because I was like, no, it's not a good match. The foundation kind of warms up into my skin. I know that 44 is not good. It's like way too dark. I use an angled synthetic brush, preferably the one from Sedona Lace. Sometimes I'll use my beauty blender, but usually I'm using this because I like to kind of like dab it into my skin, as you can tell. I love the way this foundation works. A lot of you guys have been commenting on some of the most recent like face of the day pictures that I've had, and I'm using this foundation. So it's very, very flawless, very smooth. I absolutely adore it. I very rarely have to put concealer afterwards. Like I have like a blemish down here and you can just see that it's a bump, but you can't really see that it's like red or anything, and I actually really love that. So you can see the difference. It looks like my skin, but just more smooth and a little bit more covered, and I love that I don't have to wear a lot on top of it afterwards. Like I don't have to conceal so much. I don't have to sit here trying to cover it with like more powder foundation or anything. It works just fine and it blends beautifully. Like as you can tell, I don't have to work too hard to like get it to work. So pea-size amount is usually just enough. If I really need a little bit of extra coverage, I'll just squeeze out a little bit. I think that's what I like about it too. The packaging is I can control how much comes out of it, and it's a little bit more sanitary coming out of a tube. I don't know how it would be if it came out of a pump, but it's a little bit thicker, as you can tell. It's not very runny. And most of the glowier foundations that I use are actually not this thick. So at first when I started using this a couple years ago, when I tried it, I was like, why is it so cakey? I guess it was just the way I was applying it. So now I've learned that a little goes a long way. So as you can tell, a pea-size amount covers just the right amount. Like it's perfect. So I wouldn't do more than that, even if you needed a ton of coverage. I noticed that it gets better the more you kind of warm it into your skin, and I used almost every single drop of it, and that's all I needed. When I use this, I always conceal with my Pro Longwear because I like the overall like full-blown look of everything. I love the way and then I just, of course, as usual, put my concealer underneath my eyes, but I usually choose Pro Longwear with this just because it looks the best with it. Now you don't have to do like MAC on MAC. I have tried it with Estee Lauder's Double Wear Concealer when I used to have that. I've also tried it with the NARS Radiant Creamy, which I also enjoy. But more often than not, I'm choosing the MAC Pro Longwear because to me, this foundation is more full coverage for me. I normally do not wear foundation like this, but I've been loving it lately. Amazeballs. One thing I absolutely adore about the Studio Sculpt is it legit lasts all day. Like most dewy foundations kind of slip off after a couple of hours, or even after like maybe like the 4th, 5th hour mark, I'm like uber dewy. But this one, it stays dewy in a good way. Like when my natural oils finally break through and kind of help warm into my skin and everything. It looks so beautiful when it's on. I absolutely adore it. I usually do one of two foundation powders. If I really want to mattify my skin and then glow it back up again, I will use my Duo Matte, but it's very rare. I usually use my Sephora Micro Smooth, or sometimes if I want more of a fuller coverage, I will grab my Pro Finish from Makeup Forever. Today I'm going to use my Micro Smooth. I usually do use my Micro Smooth with this, so if I were to get tanner, the Micro Smooth kind of warms up into my skin, but otherwise the NC42 is a really good match. I was getting frustrated why they kept matching me to NC44. I was like, okay guys, seriously? Because this one has like the perfect amount of yellow to make my skin look nice and glowy. The NC44 was like really dark. I was like, okay, if there was a 43, the 43 would probably be like absolutely perfect. So if you guys match a lot of my shade references that I'll list down below, of course, then the 44 should be too dark and then the 42 should be just perfect. But that's just me. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyes real quick, and then I will come back and finish like the rest of my face the way I do my face when I use this foundation. So usually with this foundation, I kind of go for a full-blown face, which means I'm probably going to contour. So I'm using my sculpting kit from Makeup Forever. This one's in shade 3, I believe. And I'm just using my, I think this is a contour brush. Yeah, contour brush from Real Techniques. And I just kind of fluff that right into my cheekbones. So usually when I'm using this foundation, I'm using like a full-blown face of makeup. So more than likely I have like eyeshadow on and stuff, but today I just want to do lashes and liner, and then probably do a bold lip later on. So I just kind of fluff in some contouring. Normally I'm grabbing a heavier contour when I use this foundation. You can use a lighter contour, whatever, it's really up to you, but a lot of you guys were wondering how I usually do my face, and this is how I've done it, that you guys have seen in like some of the pictures that I posted on Instagram, like some of the faces of the days and stuff like that. This is usually how I do it, and a lot of you guys have asked me to please post a routine on it. So here you go. For blush, I choose whatever, but more than likely I'm going for Cheeky Bronze MSF from MAC, or Gold Deposit, whichever, but normally I adore a glowy complexion with this foundation. You can use any blush of your choice, but I absolutely adore the way it looks when all of this is put together. Like, I can't get over it. I've been loving my complexion with this. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of super, like, heavier foundations. You guys know that. But, you know, once in a while, you gotta do it up a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, once in a while, you gotta get a little something up in there. And then I just choose a highlight. I'm gonna use by Candlelight. Yeah, this is another MSF, also from MAC. I just choose a heavier highlight again because I'm like really into how my skin is glowy. So glow. You know what I'm saying? Glow like J-Lo, y'all. And then a little bit down my nose. Oh, who are we kidding? I put a lot down my nose. Love. I love how glowing my foundation looks with this. So after that, I just kind of set everything. So I'm probably going to use my banana powder. Usually that is what I grab. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of banana powder right underneath my eyeballs. Again, like I said, I go for more of a heavier face when I do this. It doesn't seem heavy, which I like, so it doesn't feel heavy, but to me it's a lot of makeup. I normally keep it not simple, but you know, I kind of keep it a little mellow on the everyday, you know what I'm saying? But today's a special occasion that I'm getting ready for, and when I'm at work, I'm starting to like more of a fuller face. Before I mean I did used to have a full-blown face makeup, but now it's like not heavy, but just more prominent, I guess you could say. So after this, I just choose my lip color, obviously. But yeah, this is usually how I choose to do this foundation because, as you can tell, it gives like a really nice glow. But you guys saw that it was glowing even before I added all the highlighter. I just like to add it because I'm hella extra. And then because it's such a dewier foundation and I am combo skin, I personally like to set it. So I'll just spray a little bit of that there. And I just let it set in, and that's pretty much it. If you guys want a full-blown review, please let me know, but it's been out for so long, it's kind of like an oldie but goodie. I have a love-hate relationship with it because I'm not really into full coverage, but when I was experimenting with this foundation, I don't know, I just love it. Like, it's hard. it's hard to stray away from it because you guys know that I like more of a natural look. And I do have my foundations that I gravitate towards when I just want to wear more of a fuller face, but this has been my go-to now lately, and it hasn't really broken me out. Like, this is from something else because I need to watch my bed sheets. And I was like, couldn't sleep the other night, so I was super restless, and I knew I was rubbing my face in my pillow. So yeah, anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope it was helpful as per requested. I hope you guys enjoyed it, so I will talk to you guys later. Bye!